New EJ's rant of the week. We have another. I have another rant to get off my chest. How you guys doing? I'm recording this actually on late night, late night, March 21st, 2026. Yes, another rant coming for you guys, and I have a lot to get to. I'm about to cut a promo on someone real quick on people. First off, subscribe to the podcast. Of course, first podcast on all podcast catchers on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Pod, Amazon Music, you name it, always through, especially on YouTube, guys. Subscribe to the podcast on YouTube as well, too, also, at youtube.com/Earnestly Pod. Thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me, especially as of late. I know a lot of you guys are enjoying a lot of the new concepts and new content being put on the feed in the last couple of weeks, and we continue to do that, including this rant of the week. We drop here every single Monday morning. We at least try to do every Monday morning. But we keep these rants relatively between 10 and 15 minutes at the most. Let's keep them small. They're not a complete full soul episode, or those episodes are done more so for a longer 3 minutes episodes or more. But I got something up my chest real quick. And this is for all the wrestling fans, and this is for the IWC. I technically have two rants, but the two rants I have actually kind of meld into one because it all in the same vein of each other. Okay, let's start here first. So if you're a WWE fan, especially a WWE fan of the current product, you know who Oba Femi is. Oba Femi right now is the rising star in the WWE, and he's going to be facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania next month in Las Vegas. Many folks, including myself, believes that this match against Brock Lesnar is actually going to be a potential changing of the guard moment. And why we believe that is because Oba Femi is looked at by many, including myself, as the future and a guy who can potentially be the one of not the big dog, the head of the table, we want to call it the main cog, the biggest star, potentially the biggest star in the company in the years to come. So he's been doing obviously he's doing on some media, of course, and he was on, excuse me, Stephanie McMahon's podcast this week, which dropped, I think, a couple of days ago. And he made some comments, and I think she had asked her a question about who were his heroes. And he said that his heroes were Elon Musk and Joe Rogan. Now, both those guys are very polarizing figures to a lot of folks. And if you want to go political, especially to a lot of folks on the left side, because those guys are considered right-leaning, at least in terms of their support of the current president and the current administration of the United States, Donald Trump. And a lot of folks who are fans of Oba Femi, and you see this on social media especially too, are up in arms about that now, those comments. They're saying, oh, we love you now, we hate you now because you are a fan of Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, and those are your heroes. And I see that, I'm like, really? Now look, let me preface this real quick and say this. I am not a Donald Trump fan whatsoever. I never voted for him. I never will vote for him ever. He doesn't share my kind of politics personally. That's my personal views on politics. But that's my right, okay? You don't have to like Donald Trump. You don't have to like Elon Musk and Joe Rogan. That's your right. What I'm bothered by is the fact that folks are so willing, to just sit here and give up and just react and on a flip of a switch. This is where right now politics and society is right now at this point. That if you have one disagreement with someone, we're done with you. Okay? He didn't say like Donald Trump's politics. He didn't say he's a right winger. He just said that his heroes are Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. Now look, I'm not by no means am I on that side politically. Do I like Joe Rogan? Somewhat. I like some of his podcast. I listen to his podcast. He has some engaging interviews. Some of his podcasts are very engaging. I don't listen to all his material, but I do like Joe Rogan for the most part. I mean, some things he says are a little bit concerning, but I also think Bill Simmons can be concerning as well too. Also, and Bill Simmons is a great sports podcaster. Okay, Elon Musk, entrepreneur. Not a big fan of Elon Musk myself as a person, but that's his bag. I'm just more bothered with the fact that people are so willing just to drop this dude because he said, quote, that Elon Musk and Joe Rogan are my heroes. You got this one fool on social media reacting to this thing, and yet this guy is a big AEW fan, okay? The same dude who I saw on Twitter, on X rather, react this way. Bitching and complaining about how Oba Femi, this new coming star in the WWE, that he is now done with them, that he's trash because he thinks that Elon Musk and Joe Rogan are his heroes. But this same idiot is also a massive supporter of AEW, run by Tony Khan. Dude, you do realize Tony Khan not only voted for Donald Trump, Tony Khan also contributed, donated money to Donald Trump's campaigns in multiple cycles. And you support that company. The hypocrisy is real. So what? Do we now pick and choose what we want to be mad about? Again, you support a company, you're promoting a company on your social media, run by a guy who literally put money in Donald Trump's campaign in multiple cycles. But you're fucking mad about Oba Femi saying that Elon Musk and Joe Rogan are his heroes. And you want to cancel him over that shit. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. You're a hypocrite. And there are many people doing the same goddamn thing too also. It is ridiculous. Look, I'm not saying if you want to cancel, do the hell you want. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy of it all. Again, this idiot, once again, supporting a guy who literally put money into a campaign now that he's vehemently against. But because Oba Femi in an interview said, my heroes are Elon Musk and Joe Rogan, you're canceling him now? But you won't cancel AEW or Tony Khan? Really? We're doing that game now? It's ridiculous. So why can't people just do what they want? Okay? Why can't people? This is why we are becoming more and more dumb in society. This is not even about the politics, for the record. Because I understand why people are triggered now. Politics today in 2026, very polarizing. I get it. I totally get it. Okay? But the hypocrisy is what I'm pointing out here more than anything else. And then, on top of that, you also had, this is part of my second rant here. Legendary Chuck Norris actor passed away last week, Friday, age 86. Phenomenal man. But Chuck Norris also has a conservative background. He supposedly supported Donald Trump. He also supported a couple of conservative policies that were against liberals and all that kind of thing and all that. And a lot of folks are now making it a big deal. No, look, I'm not saying that you have no right to talk about these things. Okay, that's fine. But can you let the man get? Can you let the guy's body get buried first? Can you let the guy rest for a few days? Can you let the guy literally just passed less than 40 hours ago of this recording, and we're making a big deal about his politics. Look, for the record, straight up, you guys know me in this podcast. I love politics. I talk about on this podcast all the time. So I'm not shying from the politics itself. I'm talking about the respect, or lack of at this point, for a man who just died not even 2 days ago. And Variety, the Fame Publishing Entertainment magazine, puts out a big article about Chuck Norris and his, well, he was a great actor, blah, 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 but we have to rethink what we think about Chuck Norris now because of politics. And the thing is, I don't care about necessarily what they're saying. I care about the timing. Let this guy's body fucking dry up a little bit first. You can't even get the guy 48 hours to respect, let his family pay respects. That's my problem. Everyone is so gung-ho in trying to get their take in there and trying to get their thoughts in there and doesn't give a shit about any respect. Or being hypocrites for the matter. It's just sickening to see this shit over and over again. Like, let the guy's body dry up a little bit first. Okay? Please, let them do an autopsy first. Something of that nature. Okay? And please, how about not being a hypocrite? How about the fact that if you feel this way about Oba Femi, about a wrestler, a newcoming wrestler, that you're so willing to cancel this guy, but you have a guy like Tony Khan, an owner, a billionaire, okay? And you won't cancel him for donating money to the same campaign that you're vehemently against. And yet, that's okay. That's my problem. Folks, we got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. We got to use our brains. In fact, you know what? We got to stop social media. Social media is fucking killing us. Social media is going to kill all of us. It is killing our brains. We are getting worse and worse and worse by the minute. Folks, we got to grow up. We got to go hit a book, read a history book, relax, go get laid, do something. Seriously. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So that's my head's at today right now. So that's how I feel about this, my rant of the week. I had to get out my chest, as we do every Monday in the show, do a rant of the week, get it off our chest. Anyway, I am on X, EJ Christian 7, EJ rant of the week, of course. Until the next episode, we will talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the week of content coming up, and talk to you guys later.